welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going behind the walls deep inside your home to uncover the secret systems that keep everything running. But we're also going to expose the hidden forces that are silently working day and night to bring it all crashing down.
So let's dive right in. First up, we're going to look at the threats to your home that you can't even see. These are those slow burn problems that can cause just massive damage before you even have a clue they're there.
So I'll ask you, what do you think is the biggest threat to your home? We all tend to think about the big, loud, obvious dangers, right? The stuff that makes the evening news. But as pretty much any homeowner can tell you, the real risks, well, they're silent. They creep up on you when you least expect it.
And this right here, this really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? While you're busy preparing for storms, locking your doors, these slow-moving threats are literally at work right under your feet every single day.
Think about it like this. Your plumbing is basically the circulatory system of your house. It's absolutely vital for modern life. But what you have to understand is that this hidden network of pipes is also incredibly vulnerable to the specific environment your house is built on. So now, let's get into the science of how these hidden dangers actually work. How does something as simple as dirt and water team up to threaten your entire foundation? It's a pretty fascinating and maybe a little bit terrifying process. Okay, so meet villain number one, especially for homes in places with a Gulf Coast climate like Stafford, Texas, expansive clay soil. We're not talking about regular dirt here. This stuff is in constant motion, like a slow-motion earthquake happening right under your house. And this cycle, it's just relentless. The ground swells up with rain, then it shrinks when it's dry, and the whole time the copper pipes in your foundation are being flexed back and forth, until eventually, pop, a tiny little pinhole leak forms. And that tiny leak, that's how a major structural crisis begins. But it's not just the ground moving around. The very water flowing through your pipes is another culprit. If you live in an area that gets its water from the ground, you're almost certainly dealing with hard water. And hard water, well, it's basically liquid rock. And you can see here, all those dissolved minerals create this insane domino effect of problems. They build up inside your pipes, they clog your shower heads, and they even coat the heating elements in your water heater, making it work way harder and, you guessed it, fail sooner. So what happens when these silent problems finally decide to get loud? This is the moment when a small, hidden issue turns into a full-blown, wallet-draining disaster. This is the moment every single homeowner dreads. It's a sudden, massive flood of water that can cause thousands upon thousands of dollars in damage in just a matter of minutes. It's a total nightmare. Or even worse, a failure in your drain system. Now, this isn't just water we're talking about. It's a hazardous, disgusting mess that poses a serious health risk to you and your family. But here's the thing, and this is super important. Your home often gives you clues before disaster strikes. These things on the screen, they aren't just minor annoyances. They are urgent messages from your plumbing system telling you something is seriously wrong. Think about it. That's 65 to 80 pounds per square inch of pressure constantly pushing through your pipes 24/7. With that much force, even the tiniest little weakness from corrosion or ground movement can lead to a catastrophic failure with absolutely no warning. Okay, let's shift gears. We've talked about the problem, now let's talk about the solution. How do professionals actually tackle these issues? Because when you have to make that call, understanding what they do and what it should actually cost is absolutely crucial. Look, real pros don't guess. They use technology to find the true source of the problem. This is so important because it prevents them from, tearing up your whole house just to find a tiny leak. It ensures the repair actually fixes the root cause. Now this is what you want to see. This slide is a perfect example of a transparent, trustworthy quote. It breaks down every single cost, the parts, the labor, the permits. With a quote like this, there should be absolutely no surprise charges on that final bill. And this chart really tells the story. What you're primarily paying for is the licensed expertise and time of a trained professional. Yeah, the materials cost something, but it's just a fraction of the cost compared to the skill needed to install them correctly and, importantly, up to code. So how can you take all this knowledge and use it to protect your home and make really smart decisions? Let's go through a final checklist to help you become an empowered, confident homeowner. Seriously, just following these simple steps puts you in control. It empowers you, and it really quickly separates the true professionals from the predators who prey on homeowners when they're in a crisis. And at the end of the day, choosing a pro isn't about paying more. It's about protecting your home's value,
your legal rights, and frankly, your peace of mind. Sure, skipping permits might save a few bucks now, but it can cost you dearly when it's time to sell your home.
And this is a perfect example of why hiring a real pro matters. They know the building codes, stuff like this 135 rule. This sounds technical, but what it really means is they're making sure your systems can actually be repaired in the future without needing to tear out a wall just to reach a valve.
So understanding these hidden forces is the absolute first step to disarming those potential disasters. It's about making sure your home remains a safe, stable investment for years to come. The real question is, are you prepared?